What up, peeps? Been a while, man. Sorry, I've been away and got a lot of personal stuff going on. And today's the first day in a while I've been able to get out in the woods. Behind me, you got clear cut. On this side of me, you got these pretty open oaks, especially late season. It's really open. You can see for a couple hundred yards probably, and early season it gets the undergrowth, but it don't last long. It gets pretty wide open pretty early in the season. Please excuse my camera holder. I got it wedged on a tree. These are the spots and the edges here that you honestly, man, outside of the rut, you want to stay away from here, because this is where all these guys are going to be. You're going to find a lot of rubs and scrapes along this, because it's probably a heavy doe travel area, and probably really, really late afternoon, early morning, because it's just so wide open even for the does. But any breakup in this straight line of pine transitions it might be able to create a little bit of buck bedding area in certain situations. So they'll bed on a point or a finger or a bowl and watch out to these open oaks that are in front of me. So you want to stay away from these kind of spots outside of the rut, because the odds are that they're not going to bed there. And people think these big clear cuts, the bucks go out in the middle of this. They have no advantage out there. They want to be able to see access. So this way is human access. There's a big trail coming that way, coming out of here that got people hike, people ride horses on, they ride bicycles on, they ride all kinds of things on, they walk it, whatever, exercise. And the deer know that. So they're going to bed themselves accordingly, where they can smell behind them or on the side of them, where the wind's coming from each side, from behind them, or crisscross, whatever. And there might be some kind of swirl right there at that location where they're getting that advantage of wind, hearing, and seeing out in this open woods in front of them what's coming from the sides and directly in front of them, and almost over 180 degrees of sight line. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're out scouting this off season, post season, and don't get jammed up in these areas. It's too open. A large, mature buck on public land is probably not going to make an appearance during daylight hours in here. So keep it up. Here's that area I was just talking about. Big straight line transition of immature pines. It's a clear cut, big box clear cut. And if you come to the edge of the clear cut, and if you get down to a deer's sight of view, look how far you can see. Long ways. And the camera, you could see a human coming from way down in there from a long ways. And for some reason, this is a big nighttime activity area. This is a big nighttime activity area, and the problem is people get mixed up because there's a lot of sign right here. There's rubs, there's scrapes, there's tracks, there's scat trails coming through here, and they get confused, and they'll sit here, and the majority of the time, guys get lucky, don't get me wrong. Guys kill deer in these kind of spots. They do every year, and when they do, I bet you it's some kind of rut action going on. I don't care if it's during a rut, after the rut, pre-rut. It's probably during some kind of rut activity going on. Or it's getting really close to it or right after it. So don't get caught up in these areas. Keep on moving. Get in that thick shit, man. That's where you gotta be. Gotta be in the thick stuff.